Good morning, ladies and gents. How are we doing this morning? You want to try coming out? Good morning, ladies. Time to rise and shine. Lovely. Good morning. It's hard to believe that last week almost all the snow was gone. We had some really nice, sunny, warm days. Temperatures up in the 80s. And then another weather storm moved in that brought snow and ice. And this current system won't be done until tomorrow. I don't know how well the snow is showing up on the screen. I think the last time I made a video showing my garden bed, there was still 3 or 4 feet of snow in there. All the snow melted away for the most part, and now we've got several inches of snow back in there. And today is April 21st. I think last year I had started putting stuff out in the garden area and in the greenhouse. And that obviously isn't going to happen this year. I had Facebook memories popping up and it showed I had beautiful lettuce plants already sitting in the greenhouse. And I suppose I could have had something out there right now, but the temperatures, when I go in there, I have a thermometer and it's showing temperatures of 40 degrees and below, which I'm pretty sure my cool weather crops that have been babied in the house wouldn't do so well in. My greenhouse looks so sad without any plants in it. Can you say hello, Furby? Can you say hello? No? Hello, babies. This one's looking pretty content in the food dish. Hello, friends. The last video I recorded, all my plants were outside on the deck and enjoying the nice weather. For the last week, we've had snow, rain, and freezing and sub-freezing temperatures. So I brought all my plants back into the house And that's where they've been for the last week. I had planted all this stuff with the intent that my plants would be out in the greenhouse at this point, and if necessary, I would just bring them in overnight so they didn't freeze and die off. All the lettuce starts that I had replanted into a couple of deck boxes have perked up and are starting to take off. Although I was hoping they'd grow a little bit faster and kind of fill in the areas that are sparse. I'm really excited to start eating off of this too. Probably won't be for another couple of weeks. The strawberry roots I got from Menards, they started taking off and growing, but now it's kind of a mixed bag. Some are growing, and then a bunch others stopped or slowed down. I'm not really sure what happened. I had them sitting on the deck, and a chicken came up, and I don't know if she came and picked up the green stuff or if it was one of the chipmunks or squirrels that came and decided to take a taste. That one I think might have died. I'm not sure. The plants I planted on March 24th, cabbage, big red sweet peppers, various different hot peppers. I'm still bummed that more cabbage didn't come up. The onions seem to be thriving. I'm not sure how well this is all going to show up since it's a big mass of green, although a very lovely mass of green. Tomato plants that I started back in March. They're probably 8 weeks old now. And some of the calendula that I planted. On one of those garden shows that I started watching, I saw a small field of calendula growing and the flowers are super pretty. And since then, I've learned that calendula has a sticky substance to it. I don't know if it comes from the leaves or from the flowers, but now I understand why people use it to make a salve. But I think the plants are looking really healthy. At the rate things are going, I'm wondering if the flowers are going to start popping up here pretty soon while it's still in the house. Pepper plants I started on March 5th. I really appreciate that these are slow growing plants considering the weather that we've had this year, and I can't get them out as early as I'd like to. And then over here is the celery starts, which I may have to start new celery starts again, thanks to the weather that we're having. But they're nice and leafy and pretty. Over here, whatever herb that was, the thyme, I think. Oh, and I think that's basil right there. The stuff that I planted in that set didn't really do so well, except for the thyme. This is the flat of pepper plants that I got the seeds from my sister-in-law from. And some of them are growing so tall, and then the pepper plants right here are all short. I think these ones are the big Jims. Let's see, Carolina Reapers and Butte Joka, the ghost peppers. So Carolina Reapers and the ghost peppers are still kind of squatty. Everything else is getting tall. I just realized that I forgot to look up when the optimal time is to pinch the pepper plants for bunching. Obviously for the Carolina Reapers and the ghost peppers, that's not anytime soon. I can't remember if I've shown this on a video or mentioned it on my blog anywhere. Christmas cactus I picked up from my Aldi store. My mother-in-law had a Christmas cactus, and when I saw it, it reminded me of her, so I picked it up, and I've been able to keep it alive. I've learned that they're very hard to kill. And as soon as I got the grow lights going, I stuck it under just to see what would happen, and a bunch of growth started. In the last video I made, I mentioned that when I potted up the tomato plants and divided them up, I stuck the clipped tomato plants into soil to see what would happen. New experiment for me. Some of them look pretty good. Yeah, Better Boy cutting. That looks like it's gonna keep. Some did not make it. Oh, no, I guess I was wrong. I was looking at the wrong thing. The leafing going yellow, I'm not sure if that is from needing a nutrient or if it's the cutting and it needs something, or if my tomato plants are just sad because they're no longer in the sunlight. And then the two broccoli plants that I said were already starting to put out flowers. Here they are. Oop. I don't know why my phone just did that. But yeah, little itty bitty flower heads. This is the second bookshelf greenhouse I have. Something new that we got this year. And it's come in handy a lot sooner than I thought it would. Here's my hollyhocks and some of my calendula. Something that I had to up pot a couple weeks ago. As you can see, they are growing so much that they're taller than where I've got the lights. Warm weather cannot come soon enough. The original strawberry seeds that I planted, I don't know if anything more is going to come out of this set, and it's starting to look a little sad. How the soil blocks are laying, not the plants themselves. This set is definitely looking nicer. More tomato plants that are growing too big for their space. And let's see, here's a early treat cutting. That looks like, oops, that looks like it's gonna take off. I'm looking all around in here and I don't see anything that makes me think it's not gonna keep. Just everything needs some real sunlight. I was really excited to see more than one lavender plant pop up. We've got 1, 2, 4, maybe 5 plants on their way. My cilantro. I think it's pretty safe to say that that was a mixed bag of germination. And then over here we've got, let me take a look, stock plants. So those would be for both this set of 20 and that set of 20. Those look so healthy. Here's my cosmos. They're growing too tall, too fast. Yeah, but I can't wait to see them flower. And here are the impatiens that I labored over so much and fretted and thought they weren't ever going to grow. These are seeds that I got from the dollar store. These are the ones that I picked out the pelleted seeds and set one in each block. These are the ones that I just spread the mixture over the top. Still nothing for the asters, which I guess I can say now is a lost cause. And then over here are my petunias. Growing slow, but I can't wait to see those. I have no idea where I'm gonna put them either. I know where I'm gonna put the impatiens. They're gonna go in pots on my front stoop. And everything else that I have, I'm going to put in some kind of, I'm going to put them in a garden bed that I'll prepare that's over by the side of the house next to a cherry tree. Last but not least, my snapdragons, which the last time I looked at them, they were not this big. It's like they took off overnight. And I remember reading or hearing from a YouTube channel that snapdragons need to be pinched off. Over here is the second set of strawberry seeds I planted. More strawberry seeds. Now this set of microblocks, this row right here, were the last 5 seeds that I had, and I didn't want to have them just by themselves, so that's why I put the snapdragons there with them. They're just now starting to come up. I'm not sure how well that's going to show on the camera. And then over here, I have violas and pansies. For some reason, these seem to be growing slower than I anticipated they would. I don't know if it's normal for them to come up so slow, or maybe it just seems slow to me. I guess I'm starting to get impatient for the growing season. All right, so that is it for this week, showing off all my plants. I haven't started any more. I know we're getting close to the the 6-week deadline and I need to start planting a lot more things. The weather has kind of killed my enthusiasm for it because I thought most of the stuff would be out in the greenhouse by now and I'd be planting more flats of vegetables and flowers and just going to town, but it's hard when I'm basically out of room in the house. And I will get my seeds out this weekend and see what I need to plant at the 6-week mark, and I will start doing that and getting all that stuff going because I really don't want to be behind when the weather does start nice, and I'll wish I had started everything sooner or not had waited so long. It felt 12 weeks ago, it felt like I didn't have enough time to get all this stuff done. And now I really don't have enough time or space. I'm gonna take some videos of the chickens and out by the garden area so I can see down the road what it looked like at this time of year. I was so happy when the snow disappeared. And now it's coming back in an ice form, and I'm just ready for the snow to go away. I wanted to say thanks for watching the video and hanging out with me today. I do appreciate you coming on this garden journey with me. Until next time, bye.